Hello, everybody, and welcome to day two of Team League. I'm currently in a voice channel with Farazelleth, but he's still muted, so it's just me for now till he jumps in about, I don't know. He said he was gonna jump in like a 10 to, but that's like in 2 whole minutes because he kind of misjudged the fact that it's a 2 minute delay and everything's really complicated. But anyway, so maybe I should just go on the starting student screen for another 2 minutes instead of just talking. No, we're just gonna talk in a while. So yeah, yesterday we played our group stage games. We went 1-3, which it could have been a little bit better. We played yesterday against teams from Stats Bloke, from Blood Minister, who works for Wargaming, stepping in for Bogsy, who couldn't attend. And then we played Gaishu. Hi, I'm Gaishu. No, you're not. Gaishu, get out my channel. Wait, no, hang on. That doesn't really work. No, yeah, yeah. Look, yeah. So our first game today is going to be against Farazelleth and his team, Real Team Strategy. That's definitely not a reference to CVs in there at all. Definitely not RTS or anything related to that. So we're just waiting on him to unmute. In the meantime, I'm going to continue talking to myself. It's just like, hello, Painezor. Hiya. Go away, Gaishu. Honestly, Gaishu just want... So, the number one question everybody's asking themselves today is, will Gaishu wake up? Currently, all bets are against Gaishu ever waking up. I'm not going to say that he's not going to wake up. I'm just saying that the odds of him actually waking up are very, very slim. So, this is going to make the second Team League in a row in which Gaishu has overslept and not attended, and it's going to be... So anyway, we'll take a look at our potential path to victory today. Let me just add a browser source on this window so you can see. Hang on. Magic browser. Wait. Yes. Yeah, browser. Yeah, sure. Yep. I'm definitely not going to mess this up. Okay. Then we go to here, and then we fill in this box, and then it should just magically work. Boom. And yeah. Okay, cookie policy. That's, Interact. Yeah. Confirm cookies. Yeah, and then we could scroll, question mark. Browser sources are a lot harder than I expected. They're just complicated. Hang on, what if we go like this? No, that's not how that works. How do we scroll on a browser? Alright, this is more complicated than I thought. Fuck it, I'll just make a window capture. Add window capture. Yes. And then, nope, not my Discord. That's definitely not. I want Chrome. I hope I didn't show anything I'm not supposed to there. It's fine. Look, what could possibly go wrong? It's fine. Then we F11 and just, yeah. And then we can look at our path to victory. Okay, so if we want to win today, we're down here. That's us. Debt Flag Farmers versus Real Time Strategy. We have to then beat Blood Minister, because he's got a round one bye because he did really well yesterday. And then we get to face the winner of... Who's Prey? Flambus. Okay, hang on. How do I go back? There. So and they're going to be fighting the winner of Malta and TC Freya, who is not very good at making up unique nicknames. Yeah. But yeah. So, yeah, I'm just going to sit here. We'll eventually be joined by Farah. Hopefully. At some point, maybe-ish, a bit. Because, He's not going to unmute, is he? I'm just going to be sat here talking to myself. It's fine. I'll just talk to myself. Because, it's fine. I'll talk to fucking... to Gaishu. Hello, I'm Gaishu. I'm Painezor. Nice to meet you, Gaishu. How are you, Farah? I'm okay. I'm Farazelleth. Oh, hello, Farazelleth. It's really nice to meet you. It's very nice to meet you, too. This is the rantings of a madman, isn't it? He's in the channel. He's in the Discord channel. He's definitely here. He's just still muted. So yeah, that's our path to victory. I'm gonna go join the training room. Oh, hello, Farah.
Hey, Painezor.
Nice for you to join us. So I've just been introducing the format. I don't know what you got to do when you were muted there.
No, more or less the same. We're just explaining how we got to where we are right now and what the map selection is and how we're going to play them out today.
Oh yeah, so our map selection has been announced. I've just been showing off a best of 3 scene and all that kind of... Right, look. So game 1 on North, game 2 on Northern Waters, and then if it gets to it, game 3 on Riposte. And then the winner of us goes to face Blood Minister's team. I think that's everything, isn't it?
Pretty much. I think we as an RTS chose North, and we're gonna have the North spawn as well. And you chose Northern Waters and want the Northern spawn.
Yeah, those are two pretty balanced maps as far as I'm concerned. So nothing too spicy with map imbalances
Do
or
you
anything.
know why your team picked Northern Waters? Like, do they feel more comfortable on it? Is it like their best performing map from the first day?
That's a very good question. One I do not know the answer to.
All right, because I asked my team, like, you have to pick a map. What do you want to do? And like, well, we won on North. Let's just pick that one. Okay, done.
So how did you perform yesterday? Did you also go 1 and 3?
No, we won the first two and then lost three after that. But it was a very messy day because our team leader didn't turn up 5 minutes before the start, and then wasn't there, so we had to sort of like scrap a sort of a leader together and then get a replacement, and that's like fair enough. But it was just messy because the games were all delayed, and as soon as you finished one, you had to go straight into the next one. So the timeline, so there was no moment to take a breath and then think what you want to do and how you want to do it. So I'm surprised we even got 2 wins, to be honest. But today is different. Today, everyone's had warning, everyone's here an hour before, everyone got to do the map selections, everyone's on the tactic gameplay thing, have a little look. Yes, we have probably changed half the team since the sign up, but we're here now, and it seems to be calmed down, and we'll just see how it plays out.
See, last year I had the same problem in which 3 of the people I picked just didn't turn up, so I had to replace 3 members of my team, and it was like, that's a mild problem.
It bugs me ever so slightly. Now, don't get me wrong. If someone has a legitimate reason, which we did have in our team, I'm not critiquing them. They had a legitimate reason why they couldn't play. That's fine. But if some people play the first day and go, you know what? I have a dentist appointment today. Why did you sign up?
Yeah.
It's like, okay. And then the other one was just like, we had 2 people that, one who signed up and said, actually, I can't do it now, so that's fine. They warned us well in advance. And another person who said signed up and like did the initial greetings and was in the chat and then never said another message. We got to the yesterday and we're like, we're probably going to have to swap you out now, aren't we? And it bugs me because there's so many people that sign up to this event to have fun, but we only have 12 streamers, which means we only have 12 teams. So there's a lot of people that get left out. So I feel sad for everyone that gets left out because they're not on a team. And then it annoys me that I have to go to the replacements channel and say, hey guys, I'm looking for and everyone's like, me, pick me. And there's like 10 people who want to respond. I'm like, damn, I really wish I could pick you all, but I can't. I can only pick, and then wait for it. I'm going to look at all 10 of your stats. Okay, I'm going to pick you. There you go.
Which one of you is the CV man?
Which one of you is a team player that likes strategy? That's the one.
CV man, then. So, how do you differentiate between who is and who is not a team player then by their stats? Is this like you just go by division win rates and stuff like that, or?
So I was giving away the secret sauce now. But my thinking was, and to be honest, Kingpin picked our team, and he picked a good set of players. The ones who stuck around, they've actually been really, really good. But the criteria was pick a team leader who had experience doing King of the Sea, Clan Wars, and the top season, that type of thing. So that was my first pick. So that's why I picked Kingpin, because he was like, yeah, no, I do all this stuff. I'm a shot caller and designer for OM. I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. So then he picked a bunch of team, but in his mind, presumably, but I can only speak for him because he's not here. He was like, I'm going to need a BB. I'm going to need like 3 or 4 cruisers, and I'm going to need 2 or 3 destroyer players.
Yeah.
So, and who's flexible, who can play both. So the first thing he said is, I need an absolute strong DD player, someone who I can reliably count upon, because it's such a delicate role with the health pool and getting caught off guard and all that type of stuff. So he picked a player called Poppy Galaxy, who was our second pool 1 player, because our leader was the first pool 1. And he's like, as long as I get this guy, because he knew him in advance, he didn't have to look at the stats. I know this guy, he's reliable, I'll get him. And then that was that. So that was great. And then everyone else was basically, can they play cruiser, can they play destroyer? And then it was looking at the stats of all the different people. And we got 5 out of the 8 people we wanted. And then the remaining 3, we just had to kind of look around and change around. So in his mind, he knew what the historic stats were and the recent stats were. And then other things were like, how many games in total have they played? How many tier 10s have they got? How many tier 10 games have they played? And it's just experience in the ship that you're playing he was after. Because if you are the leader and you mold a strategy and you mold a design, then a pool 4, pool 3 player, not saying that they're bad, but if they don't necessarily know, and even someone who doesn't play competitive often, so long as you have someone telling you, I want you to play your Kleber, and I want you to play on this side of the map, work with the Nevsky, push here, do that, do this, but no thing more. And then there's a shot call in the game and ease you through. Anyone can play. But you need that linchpin that tells you what to do and how to do it.
That was my intention as well. I was like, okay, for pick one, I'm going to get myself a team leader who can fleet call, like shot call, and just generally be a reliable player, so I pick router. And then it's like, you know what? Let's have a discussion. How do we want to do this picking things? And it's like, right. So we went with a slightly different approach, and we thought, you know what? Let's go have and dig through the pool 4 pool and just see if we can find some diamonds in the rough. Because everybody else is going to be picking from pool 1. Like, they're going to be like, all right, let's take the pool 1, guys.
I am the opposite because I have Unicum 70% win stats, and I am the worst person you could possibly pick for a team.
Well, to be fair, Farah, how many of those were in RTS carriers, those games?
Well, no, I mean, I have good stats in like DD and Cruiser and all that type of stuff. But not obviously as good as Carrier, but it's more along the lines of at that time of the game, I was good at what I was doing.
Yeah.
But now, I like half the ships I don't even recognize.
Hmm.
So this is where I'm relying on you. Why did you pick that ship, Painezor? And what's this ship doing? What's its gimmick? Those are the questions that you'll be hearing today.
Well, that's completely fine, because I am going to pretend that I am knowledgeable about clearing the sea and things like that. That's why they had me in the official stream for the analysis desk, because I'm really good at pretending to know what I'm talking about. And that's all that matters.
So today, I'm glad to report that not yesterday we had 2 members of our team turn up with their press accounts. Today, most have ? I think Substitute 13's us, and only OM40 isn't, because I think he's got all these fancy toys and doesn't need to use a press account.
I mean, I'd still rather use the press account because it means I can respec on the fly.
21-point captains, all the different signals and the flags, all the legendary modules, which, to be fair, they haven't done new legendary modules in a while, right?
Last batch was about a year ago, but to be honest, that was like...
Okay, that's fair enough. I cheated in legendary modules just at the time while I was being a CC. They gave all the CCs legendary modules, and I was like, "Huh, look at that, cool."
Well, I didn't get those, unfortunately.
Oh, are you a CC?
I am a CC, yeah.
Oh, you asked for them. Streamer privilege. Why haven't you asked?
Because they don't give out legendary modules. Because
Really?
yeah, with the second batch of legendary modules that they released, the ones that were only available in the research bureau, they didn't give them out to people. So
that's disgusting. That's shocking. Like, I can't believe they've treated you so poorly.
I know. I'm such a special snowflake as well, and they've upset my delicate balance. Whatever will I do?
Oh, you're supposed to sell the legendary modules to the public or something. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it's like the press accounts have everything. Great. So
might want to move me. They're going to leave me in the middle, are they?
No, that's fine. We're spectators.
Yeah, I would like to be in the spectator slot.
You are.
I'm not
updated.
Okay, my UI is broken. Never mind. Okay, my UI is broken. Great. I'm fine then, I guess.
Oh, so we're ready. We got 7 on each side.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, awesome. And first map is going to be north. Is it question mark? Yep, north.
Yes.
Yep. Let's get ready.
Clans, domination. We're alpha. I assume alpha's north spawn. Oh, here we go.
Oh, my window capture broke for a second. I had my technical difficulties screen on, but there, it's working now. Yay! I love when when a plan comes together and definitely things don't break on the way in. Alright, so let's have a look at the team lineups. So, your team first?
Kremlin each. We've got a Des Moines, a Moskva, a Nevsky, a Gearing, and double Clever. What have you got?
We've got a Kremlin, a Minotaur, Venezia, Moskva, Nevsky, Marceau, and a Yu-Yang.
Deep Water Torbs? Yu-Yang? Is that what that is? Yeah?
Yeah.
Marceau is like a slightly different version of the Clever, but it's like a little tweaked.
Yeah, Clever basically has the main battery reload booster. Marceau doesn't. It also has the bigger shells, so you can, do a bit more damage with your less floaty, harder hitting, citadelable. What's the word for things that can citadel well? Like Clever can basically like citadel broadside Des Moines at like 10 kilometers or something.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Marceau can't do that.
I am expecting a repeat of what happened yesterday. So both Clevers and DM maybe will go over to the 910 line with Charlie. And I think the Gearing and the Nevsky will play the 2-3 line. I'm not sure what the Moskva is going to do. And the Kremlin will just play a sort of like point in the middle.
I'm assuming the Moskva will be in a kiting stance up north of A, but that's taking a guess. Either that or he's going to take the gap between like where the B cap would normally be in a random battle, and that and C, like basically the central area.
Oh, your Marceau is on a mission. He is going full speed off to the 910.
Yeah, he tried this yesterday, And what he did yesterday is he dived straight into the sea cap at the bottom, and then Baz is clever, ran around the top the same way Poppy's going right now, and died.
Wow. Okay, so we can tell that it looks like Minotaur Marceau are going to the 9-10, so they're going to be slightly outnumbered from the DM Clevers. And on the other side, it looks like you guys, Nevsky, Yu Yang, Moskva, Venezia, Kremlin, are all going over to the B line. So definitely a power mix match.
Yeah, what we did last time is we had the Kremlin marching up towards the A cap, up the gap between the left hand island chain gap. He went up to that, and then we just used him as just a way to bully into the cap and sit there and get farmed and still not die because it's a Kremlin and they refuse to die.
So I really like the new spectator controls. Like I can flip back and forth and see who sees what. So for example, right now, neither team spotted anyone. So we don't know. Now, presumably there is RPF going on, and that allows teams to get a rough idea where they are. And your Marceau, I think, is in a dangerous
He
spot.
is in a very dangerous spot. He's also got
he's-
no support from the Minotaur right now.
Yeah, and so the double Clevers are pushing up. How's the spotting range? Who sees who each, or is it the same distance?
Marceau outspots the Kleber by about 600 meters, but with two of it, luckily he's turned out, so he has the spotting advantage on the Klebers and can get away from them, but he will lose a gunfight against the two of them.
I think is the Clevers don't know who's there. They don't know the ship composition right now, and it's the same with your team. They don't know who, spotting wise, who's where. This is where you need a carrier to tell you where everything is. Even an Issei would do the job, but that's another issue.
So, Farah, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. How does it feel to be invested in a game where you can either win or lose, but you have no input in whether you win or lose? Because that's how the rest of us felt when you were in a carrier.
No, we're going off topic here, but let me tell you, in competitive RTS, the carrier is nothing but a glorified scout machine, and even then, with a limited plane pool, AA is extremely deadly, up to 8.6 kilometers. So you really have very few places that you can scout and very few interactions until very late in the game. So it's not a case of you can't do anything. The actual ability to strike of the carrying RTS in the old system, when you had RTS carriers in competitive like King of the Sea, was highly limited.
These torpedoes from the Marceau towards the Kleber looking very dangerous.
No, marshmallow, come on, dodge that shit. Oh, pardon my French.
Okay,
oh my God.
That's fine. You can swear all you want. I swear enough as it is.
Whenever I watch our DDs play, it always gives me aneurysms because it's so terrifying.
Right, well, Kleber can luckily dodge well. Well,
he's dodging your Minotaur, but your Minotaur can now see him because his double radar's been popped by the Moss from the Minotaur. Now, can he hide successfully behind the island?
That's a bit of a misplay, popping both radars at the same time. He should be able to hide behind the island, so I think the Marceau is going to look to get the shots behind him.
Hug it tight. Send it all your love. Oh, is this shot's going to go over from the Kremlin? Oh, I'm so nervous.
It looks like he's going to get away with it and get the cap nice and safely.
Oh, the Des Moines from Plank is pushing up. No, never mind. They're firing at Poppy.
And radar out from the Des Moines on the 10 line. He's going to catch that Marceau.
On the other side, Yu Yang's firing a whole bunch of deep water torps, I think possibly towards Skytech and his Nevsky. Gearing is out on the flank to the spot. It's 3 ships on 2 with the Kremlin kind of doing a little bit of range support and the Kremlin's firing at each other. Flying Marshmallow is just waiting for that radar to end. And then, he got the sea cap though. That's the important thing, I suppose. So it's very, very important point generation. So it's going to force, Detto to make the move.
Substitute 12 is caught on the Nevsky radar and is taking quite a bit of chip damage right now in his gearing.
Oh, that's our French player, the replacement who kind of came in at the last second. So that was the Nevsky radar. So he's just kind of backing out. But this is what I was afraid of. Now the Nevsky can counterfire, but his smoke is over.
And then he's up against a Nevsky and a Venezia who will just eat chunks.
You can't see the gearing anymore. So can he wiggle his way out?
Yeah, but he's lost a lot of health. He can't do that again.
No, it's true. He can't do that again. Oh, the deep water torps on the Nevsky.
Oh, 1, 2, ouch.
This is the mistake. So now the Kremlin and everyone else is going to fire on the Nevsky because the Moskva can fire on him. Kremlin might just kill him outright. The Nevsky on your side and your Venezia and your Yu Yang plus the island preventing the escape. The return fire from our Kremlin, who's now backing off, might be able to punish the Venezia, but Skytech is dead. And the question is, what's happening on the other side of the map at Charlie? Is a Kleber, Des Moines, and other Kleber going to do anything? Because they've got superiority in numbers, but they're not making anything count. Whereas you guys on the 1-2-3 line are definitely... Oh, Skytech has escaped?
Yeah, he's managed to get out there, but he's not going to heal very much of that back because the Nevsky only gets 10% of its citadel damage repaired, and those are torpedoes.
Ooh. It looks like he spotted.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely not going to heal that. So the Gearing has just revealed his position by trying to smoke him up there as well, which means that the Yu Yang knows, oh, I can push for free right now, and the Kremlin knows he can push for free as well. Just has to angle towards those torpedoes from the Gearing.
Minotaur and Marceau are pulling back, so Planck and Poppy and he's clever, and Marshmallow are kind of pulling over to maybe assist. I mean, it's still, technically speaking, a faster victory for my team RTS, but it's no looking too good.
Oh, well, we're about to ram a Kremlin into your A cap, which, phrasing, but yeah.
Yeah. Stall that. The Yu Yang's probably going to go into the A as well with the Kremlin. And the problem is our Kremlin is, big hits there on the side. He is in a very sticky situation because he has no backup. And see, our Moskva and our Kleber's coming over. I think that's a Moskva Raider, so we can see where your guys is, but we have no lines of attack. And this is what I was afraid of, where given positioning, if you can get 5-6 ships on one of the enemy and your other 5 ships can't do anything, it sucks so hard.
Yeah, well, this is the thing though. You are able to rapidly rotate the Kleber back into position, and if Poppy Galaxy is caught in the radar of the Demon.
Yeah, but so Planck is also firing on the Minotaur, and although I wouldn't want to be Poppy fighting. There you go. Minotaur's getting some really good hits into him.
He's not going to get very more though. Like Poppy will don't just angled out, and he can just mitigate most of that damage. And he's also
Yu
angling
Yang
to the
though
Demon.
is super aggressive. Those torps are incoming from the Kremlin. Kremlin's going to probably emergency stop. And he might take 2 at this point. It looks like it, yeah.
Let's take a quick check back on Poppy Galaxy.
Oh, substitute's caught out. The Nevsky's pushed up so much that we're going to lose our substitute, and he's gearing.
That is unfortunate for you guys. Meanwhile, Poppy is engaging the Minotaur. Just like, you know what? Screw you. I'm going to fight you. Poppy with the balls of steel going to be trying to form a crossfire with that Des Moines onto the Minotaur.
Oh, now can still burning substitute. And has he escaped?
With 640,
he has. He's out of sight. Oh my goodness! All right, Kleber's watching the Deepwater Torque. Parverde is moving around. 2.5 minutes for our team, but I don't think you are going to allow that to happen. You pressure A or something.
Yeah, I'm assuming I'm going to throw literally everything into it.
Be careful. Now Planck is pushing up aggressively and firing on the Minotaur, and Poppy just took another big hit. But I think they smell, not blood, but like an opportunity if they could possibly get the Minotaur who's isolated.
I'm assuming
Verdi is angled and trying to leave, shooting continuously at the A. A seems to be dangerous, although the Yu Yang is reversing, but the Moskva radar is what's keeping him somewhat spotted, so he has to be very, very careful. But with and you've just got, I think, is that a Hydro maybe from your Nevsky? Nevsky's taking hits from our Moskva.
Yeah, I think I'm just wondering what Max is doing here in the middle. Like he's pushed up in a very aggressive position, which stops your Moskva at 140. What?
Verdi just turned around. He could have taken a massive hit, but he didn't. Your Minotaur is doing another heal. I don't think Planck's going to successfully fight him with the Minotaur's ability to Royal Navy heal. Your Max Bricks is pushing his Moskva up very aggressively because he can't be punished at this moment.
Oh, the Kleber of Poppy, though. Poppy's going to look for the broadside of this Minotaur and open up that main battery reload booster in his AP, and he could do a lot of damage when that comes in.
He's just taking a lot of side hits, yeah. Gearing can't do much than Torp, which is what he's doing. Clever, I mean, Cap Timers, you're now in the lead, so we would need to get a kill. I don't think the Minotaur is too far away. He's going to be dangerous. Poppy's just doing that sort of remote spotting.
He has the broadside of the Minotaur, though, and he's popping that reload booster. Is he going to get any sit? Nope, nothing.
Des Moines going to get anything, perhaps? I mean, Poppy's playing aggressive because he knows he has to play aggressive. You know, they need to try and wind him down. And by Planck assisting him, Planck needs to be very accurate with his aim. And the Moskva is now crossfired from the Venezia and the Nevsky. Does he go for the ram? I guess no, he can't because your guy's not going to allow the ram. The radar's up, so I'm guessing that we can see your Yu Yang. If I have a quick peek. Yeah, we can see basically your whole team, because your whole team's just firing at us.
Oh, the Minotaur did take a big hit from the Des Moines and the Clever, and another big hit. He's down to 8k, down to 6k.
Okay, it's close, but the thing is, even if we do get the Minotaur, I do not believe the OM40 in his Mossfa will survive much longer. So we need to kill the Minotaur now to remain competitive, and it's nervous. Poppy's being super aggressive, but the problem is, what's the follow-up play? It's too far away to get to B. I'd like to see Plank pushing aggressively or getting into an angle to do more than just a Minotaur. And Minotaur goes down, so does the Mossfa, so it doesn't really change anything in terms of cap time. Health pool-wise, Gearing needs to play further away. Power Verde is down to 21k. He needs to be safe. You've got still double cap, even if we were to move up into Bravo, which is what Poppy's doing as fast as he possibly can. Plank is in a bad spot with his Des Moines. He can't, engage in the battle at all. And Verdi's so wounded that, yeah, he took a... Oh, good shot on the Nevsky.
Can my Nevsky not die, please?
I mean, if I was flying Marshmallow, he's opening fire. I think he knows that with 60 seconds to go, he needs to try. And then he's tempting fate because he's obviously he's got the health pool to maybe try and pull it off.
In front of a Venezia, that was very brave. He got away.
And then here comes Verdi's shot. I mean, if we get the kill, we might actually pull this off. He's whiffed the shots. They didn't hit the Nevsky.
It was a juke. It wasn't a whiff. He dodged. Successful dodging.
Verdi is going to die now. And the problem is, had those shells landed, maybe this could have been flipped. But it's a super close... Oh, they're stalling B. We're still not winning, though, and we're going to lose Verdi, though.
Here comes the Marceau sailing broadside across that Des Moines. You want to be very careful. He does know he can pick a fight with the Kleber if he gets there.
It's down to 20 seconds, though. Maybe if the Nevsky dies, and at this point, I still don't think you should fire with the Gearing, but with like 5 seconds to go, maybe you should. And the Marceau is now out of line of sight with the island.
He's getting murdered, though.
9 seconds? 5?
Dodge. Oh, God, no, the throws.
So double cap. Oh my God, are we?
You are leading. You are leading.
Jesus, run away! Gearing, run away! Clever, run away! Because watch out for that radar. Like the Gearing needs to absolutely leg it. And oh my goodness, what's our Des Moines doing? He's giving me heart palpitations here. 29 seconds. The Gearing. Is he rated? Can you see him? Hold on, let's have a look. You can't see him. Oh jeez. Oh my God. Let's get on. Okay, so our Poppy is backing off at B. The Des Moines is backing off. He doesn't want to get shot. Your Nevsky just popped his radar, I think. Can you see the Gearing? You can't, out of range. Your Mossfa is racing for the Charlie cap to try and stall it. But with 3, 2, 1, yes! Come on, we did it! Oh, I can't believe it! Oh, I'm sorry, Painezor. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Wow, you need to go have a chat with your Marceau player and go, you did a good job. I'm proud of you, but don't do that.
That's not my job.
I gotta say, your team clutched victory from the claws of defeat.
They did.
No, the clutch defeat from the jaws of victory. That's what I was trying to say. And by some miracle, oof, that was heart palpitating there. Good job for Poppy. He's my MVP right now.
It
was our map, our spawn. Now it's your map and your spawn.
So, what we need to do is we need to not do that. I think once we're winning the game, we should perhaps not send ships to their death unnecessarily. Yeah. The Minotaur getting caught out by the Kleber was interesting. Like, just if he was playing a little bit further south and not trying to engage the Des Moines at the same time, he could have just allowed the... I don't know. I'm trying to think how this could have gone differently, apart from the whole not dying part. It's just... If we sent the Minotaur further south to engage the Kleber on his own, he might have probably won that trade.
There are positives to take away from here because your team tactically deployed better, I think, and you played it better. and you punished. Although I think the crucial thing is the gearing escaping was a big one, and Skytech lasting just a little bit longer was a thing. But you definitely played your health pools better. You played your tactics and your maps better. And then everything was going really well. It's just the Minotaur was caught and he didn't have any backup. That could have been afforded backup. You had double cap. Could you have rotated back? Maybe. And then did your destroyer need to go back and contest and defend the capture point? It was super close. Maybe they felt like, now that the Minotaur's gone, we need to defend our own home cap, possibly. But the problem is, there's a Des Moines and there's a Kleber there, so it's like it's 2 versus 1. That seems kind of dangerous.
Apparently, my overlay was the wrong way around. It's fine. It doesn't matter. The game's over. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to come back in round 2, right? And we're going to win. And Farah's going to be really sad. And then we're going to win the riposte match. That's how it works, right? Yep.
No, that's how it works. I think that's how it works.
Yep, definitely.
So it's new map, basically. So this is why everyone's jumping out and picking different ships.
Yeah.
So we will see what they play with, because it's nice that like our team, they knew they picked our map and our spawn, so they were able to prep and. Hold on.
I heard somebody going, yeah.
That was you. That's my laptop on 2-minute delay that just decided to start working on the Wi-Fi. I want to check the audio levels on our stream. That's all. Anyway, right, back to point. And now that both teams know Northern Waters is the next map, they can have a little bit of preparation. So I'd like to think that the ships that we're picking today are not the last possible second choices.
No, both teams have been sat there, on what tactic or whatever, just making, training rooms, strategy. It's like, right, this is the plan. We're going to go here, we're going to send this here, that's going to cover that, that's going to cover that, that's going to cover that. We're going to do this over here, and then you guys do this and this and this, and when that happens, we're going to do this. Advanced strategies, because we have all picked some high-quality team leaders who know their stuff inside and outside, and, they've had a lot of practice making strategies for this kind of thing, like with clan battles and King of the Sea and all sorts of other competitions. And this is a chance for the newer players to get used to this kind of strategy and, learn a thing or two as well.
Yes. My chat was like, I must fail at second map so we can have another nail-biting third. That's not how it works.
It is.
Like, my heart says I can't take it if it keeps going to the last second. Were you 999 points or 995? You were like a second away, weren't you?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I know there have been some games that have gone that close before, but that's basically it, isn't it? It doesn't get closer than that game.
No, I'm just gonna cry a little bit inside. Just a little bit of crying because it's so sad. But it's fine because my team is gonna form the comeback. They're gonna build a comeback, right? They're gonna come back from this. And then we're going to be the underdogs.
Selection, and then they're going to, yeah.
And then we're going to move on to fight Bloodnester team, which is Painezor's missing Belfast. And then we're going to throw it to him so I can have a free Belfast because we've arranged this in advance. I think that's how it works anyway.
So I'm getting in the way from you and your Belfast.
Pretty much, yes.
Since I've been out of the scene for so long, what's the deal? There's 2 Belfasts now. What's going on there?
Yeah, Belfast, the original Belfast is the Tier 7 with smoke radar and all that kind of, good stuff. The Tier 8 Belfast is a worse Belfast with longer reload, British smoke screens, like the British destroyer smoke screens, a radar still, but it just doesn't have the DPM backup.
And has to fight Tier 10s.
Yes, and it does have torpedoes though.
Right. So which Belfast are you missing?
Both of them, but that's not the point.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The point is basically the Belfast that's moored in the Thames, HMS Belfast, the museum ship.
Yes.
World of Warships recently opened up a gaming room on that ship, and they're using me in the promotional photos for that gaming room. A picture of me on that machine. Yeah. So I asked for a Belfast in game.
That's nice. Yeah, they're going to use your likelihood. You should do that.
Yeah, and then Conway gave me 1 for 1 day as a rental.
1 for 1 day. Wow.
Yeah. So I played 28 games in it in a day.
What about this? Does Wargaming, and I've been out of this for a while, do they still give, and again, since I'm no longer in the program here, I can comment on this. Do they still give out gift ships once a year? to the
Uh,
streamers, like a birthday thing or a significant date or an event of the CC? Do you get something?
we get to do a giveaway. With I think
But
it's
it's a gift to the streamer himself.
oh, you can choose to get a premium ship yourself, but it has to be in the premium store, and that comes out of your giveaway allowance.
Ah, okay, so it's tweaked slightly because they had at least when I was in the system, they said, you can pick a ship, blah blah blah. So I was like, can I have the now? What was the Russian Tier 4 battleship that was bonkers? 9 guns facing forwards and one
Imperator
turret on the
Nikolai.
back. Yes, I was like, can I have the Nikolai, please? And they were like, absolutely not. So I was like, no, that's a shame. So what did I ask for in return? Oh, I asked for the Italian thing. We'll come back to that. We'll put a pin in it.
Giulio Cesare.
Yes, I think that was also considered fun.
Yeah, it's also still considered brokenly overpowered. It's great.
I asked for that, and they said that's slightly less bad. We'll give that to you. Okay, so both Ohio's interesting.
Yeah, let me just check that I've got the scoreline. It's the right way. Which time? I'm on the left, so I need to switch it again. Hang on. OBS is complicated. Honestly, nobody will ever believe you. They'll actually use it. Right. So my team going to be running Ohio, Des Moines, Venezia, Moskva, Kleber, Marceau, and Haragumo.
So we've done Ohio, Des Moines each. We haven't done a Nevsky, we've done a Moskva, so I guess they're similar in terms of radar range. Wait a minute, I'm on Bravo. I need to flip my thing around like you just said.
Yeah.
There we go. And Kleb, yes. Haragumo each, yes. So we've gone for an extra torpedo boat from the Shima. Interesting.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice. I'm assuming the Shima's job is to just like intercept the push to the A cap and just dump a load of torpedoes at it. Because we're probably going to be seeing both Haragumos dropping a smoke train with the legendary module towards the line on towards the island on the one line at the edge of the A cap and trying to get both Des Moines anchored in there. And then it's going to be who can disrupt the other team's plan better.
Yeah, so I wonder. I'm watching the RTS lineup, and it looks like the Shima and the Nevsky and maybe the Goliath. British heavy cruiser? Question mark. Yeah, it is, right?
Yeah.
So they're gonna swap over to Charlie, and it looks like the Kleber, the Haragumo, the Des Moines, and the Ohio from Power Verde are all gonna go off to Alpha. Interesting.
Very interesting.
Substitute doesn't speak English, so he has I think Skytech is French and is friends of the substitute, and he speaks French as a relay translation to our substitute in the comms.
That could get very messy very fast. There's one thing that's very important to have in a team. It is clear, concise communications.
Now we're watching A, right?
Yes. Poppy
So
versus...
Poppy, double DD is not a healthy thing, especially if it's Marceau and Kleber. It's got me nervous. The Haragumo is so far out. The Des Moines from Skytech isn't quite there. And I'm always scared about Poppy's aggressiveness here. What is the detection range when they see each other?
Kleber should see each other at about 7.8-ish.
Oh, they see each other. That's it. Boom. He sees both. Now, thankfully for Poppy, he doesn't have to fight 5 of the enemy destroyers and ships and all that type of stuff. Because that's how he died last time, I believe, in this map. Oh, he's juking. He's juking. Oh, your torps.
Interestingly, my French DDs didn't want to open up there, despite the fact they had a 2v1 advantage. Which...
Indeed. Well, oh, wait, no, you didn't want to fire because you're getting A-cap.
Yeah. So we use the Marceau with slightly better concealment, and the Kleber opens up on the Kleber, he turns out, uses a bit of heal, and then we...
Oh, the Haragumo takes a chap from your Mosfor Venezia. Little 3k health pop there.
I'm surprised he managed to get himself spot. Oh, was he firing at the 2 Marceaus? He must have,
yeah, I think he was trying to help out, and he took a long-range return. So we have captured our home base before you got yours. So point-wise, it's like ever so slightly an advantage of RTS, but that's going to change in a moment as soon as that B gets contested by you guys. Now, the question is, we have 4 ships versus your 4 ships. Kleber, Haragumo, Des Moines, Ohio versus Marceau, Kleber, Haragumo, Des Moines. So it's... oh, wait, our Ohio's caught broadside. We got away with that.
Well, this is basically going to be a case of... we're going to try and ram both Des Moines into this island with a Haragumo smoke train, but you have an Ohio, so the Ohio just walks up and shoots the Des Moines in the face. We need to keep the Des Moines safe with the 2 French DDs.
Yeah, you have the extra DD support, but because your DDs are all on one side, the Shimakaze is completely uncontested. on the alternate 7-8 line. Nevsky, Goliath. I don't see them with your Moskva being so that Raider linchpin in that singular point. I don't see it being a healthy decision to push up. So the fighting and the decision of this map, I believe, is going to happen at A. And clever on Poppy. You're giving me heart palpitations again. Okay, Torps, my goodness. They didn't reach and they didn't hit him anyway, but he is reversing his butt into Alpha. Now, the Des Moines Raider range is what? Oh, we just pop Raider now.
10 kilometers.
Oh, he is just outside of range of your Des Moines, and he is now stalling the A-cap.
However, the Des Moines is pushing forward in that smokescreen and will be able to radar soon.
Skytech can see him, but the problem is Skytech needs to really push if he doesn't want to get hit by the Marsu's Torps. But what I'm concerned about is side flank from the Moskva. No, they're not firing on him. So Skytech isn't going to take side shots. And he's going to bump up to that island now without a smoke screen.
Yeah.
Poppy is spotted. Oh, because your Des Moines pushed up enough with the radar, so he's now popped properly and now turning.
Well, he's also been shooting.
Yeah, your Haragumo is down to 5k now with the fire off, and your Des Moines is down to 30k. I guess Power Verde is looking for an angle, but I don't think he's going to get it anytime soon. On the other side, looks like Arnevsky's taken a few hits, and it's kind of static, firing at shots. And what?
Oh my god!
No! I was afraid of that. I thought it would be safe, but no, the island was fine. That's very disappointing because he was going to be fighting the radar and the scout and the spotting, so that's painful. And if you're Des Moines smart, he won't go around the corner to get shot by our Ohio. And
no.
Ohio is and now Poppy's going to potentially take another Ohio hit.
Wow, this Ohio is on form.
Jeez, and then the thing is the Des Moines is still firing, and this is bad. This is bad. I don't want to play riposte.
Well, we're going to. If this keeps up. Unless the Shimak can pull off some miracle plays here. But he does have a Venezia and a Moskva to push into. And that's not something you want to push into.
Yeah, the problem is the radar of the Moskva. Now, he can't be hit by the Moskva. And he can't be hit by the Ohio. So the Venezia is basically holding up 3 ships. So that's what it feels like. So the question is, how aggressive does OM, Plank, and Flying Marshmallow want to be? Because right now, I can't see substitute Poppy, especially with Poppy's health pool, being effective. And Power Verde in his Ohio is not going to get shots
onto the Des Moines. Are you sure about that?
He's trying.
Yeah.
It's the island. And the problem is he's exposing himself to return fire of the Ohio, just taking little clip hits. If he gets lucky, your Ohio, he's going to really hurt our Power Verde.
It looks like Poppy's...
I don't like what is he doing in the Haragumo?
Trying to cap.
Jesus. Yeah, no, that's so bad. There's 4 ships on him.
Oh, he's going for the Torps.
Yeah, but your Marso's going to pop up, and he's got no escape vector. Poppy can't help him.
I'm very concerned about Router taking some of these Haragumo Torps.
Maybe.
Radar out from the Moskva in front of the Venezia, trying to get the shots onto the Shimakaze. Let's see if he catches anything. He should be caught. I don't.
See your Ohio. Your Ohio's taking a few taps now.
He's being very heavily farmed.
Oh no, Birdie! Oh, the Haragumo's beached again. I can't watch this. What is it with about DD play that makes if you had your Raider right now, he would be dead.
Router, please don't take the top. Okay. Wait, what's the Haragumo top range?
Enough. Is he gonna hit the Haragumo? No, you're gonna split them. Okay.
He's running the 10s instead of the 12s. He's running the wrong Torps. Otherwise, he would have got that Des Moines.
Poppy's doing good work, although just kind of firing over the shell. But he's spotted by the Nars. So on, and he's also been spotted by Silver, who's moved around as well, catching Poppy off guard here. I think this is the end for Poppy. He's dodged, diving, dodging. He's juking. He's going around.
He's sitting perfectly still, so they're gonna miss.
That's counterplay. Oh, you don't see him anymore. Is he gonna get away? Yes. Okay, yes. yes. But is the radar popped up for the Haragumo? Is that why he's now spotted? It looks like it. Des Moines radar is up, and the Haragumo, you're like, mate, your radar, you need to leg it. He's got your smoke cloud, but it's not enough. He's going to take a lot of health pool here. While conversely, the Goliath and Nevsky are so far out on the 9-10 line. And are they trying to farm the Venezia? Are they trying to get shots now in the Moskva? They're playing it safe. I don't know. It's this minute 56. Someone needs to play a cap or a kill or something. And
even if we just abandon B completely, you still can't get enough points. I don't think
there's not enough time to catch up. So a minute 44. I think that's the game plan. The Ohio, Poppy, and Substitute are all migrating over to Bravo. But again, minute 30, it takes a long time to sail anywhere. Your Marceau and Hargumon Des Moines are kind of out of the fight, although Router's moving over as best he can. Shimakaze has got himself into a really kind of torpedo-licious location for the Mosfa. He has to be careful of the counter raider and the Kleber, because Silverlick is come over. And this is going to be bad for the Shima because he doesn't have cruiser support. Nevsky's really far away and the Goliath doesn't have an aim on him. Is that a Mosfa radar or is that a Hydro?
That's a Hydro
like
pulse.
A Hydro. Okay, so he'll see the Torps incoming.
Yeah, I think the Kleber might have also... There's the radar. That's the big white one.
Oh, and then now the Shima spotted, and now the Venezia, the Ohio, the Kleber, yeah, and even the Mosfa are all firing in on him. Conversely, the Power Verdi's firing on your Ohio. It's too far. Oh, the Raider from the Mosfa has caught Poppy again. And now Cash is going to start firing into him. I think this is it for Poppy. He's stopped. He's juked again. He's stopped. I need to do this in tandems because apparently it works really well.
It does.
Again, maybe the ship is just super maneuverable. And Mosfa from the Hydro has dodged all the torpedoes quite effectively. And Poppy's now going forwards again. So he has dodged. Can you see Poppy? You still can't see Poppy. That must be the Mosfa radar that's still kind of tagging. Our Shimakaze has gone into stealth, or is he dead? No, he's gone into stealth. Okay. But with 8 seconds to go, there's nobody low enough to get the kill.
And detonation. No dead flags. No dead flags today. All right.
Congratulations to you. I think your team played much better there.
I think that downtown shot from Ohio completely put a spanner in the works of your plans.
It was, yes. Everything was going quote-unquote so well until the Ohio clutched it. That's definitely your MVP with that long lob shell. Because had you not got that, we would have had Hydra, we would have had radar, and we had the health pool advantage on that side of the map, and it was all going oh so well until, mate, you see that mountain range over there? There's a big-ass gap, and the Ohio's on the other side.
There is. This is where I, panic and think, oh yeah, no, it's fine. I didn't accidentally leave it on the best of 3 map all day, because... It's fine.
I mean, what could we have done better? Maybe have RTS's Ohio in a better position to fire an angle. I mean, he came over, but the problem is with smoke, and it didn't feel like Power Verde had the opportunity to get those really juicy hits in. He definitely did damage, I get that, but he didn't get that broadside like your Ohio did because your guy was in the right spot to defend your home cap and then counter shot onto the contested one. Still, there we are.
So let's quickly see if we can find out any results from the other games, because I'm kind of curious to how everywhere else has been going. Has anybody been knocked out? Has anybody been 2-0'd? Where are the results being declared? We need to find these things out. Hang on.
I don't think anyone is gonna have done maybe all. No, maybe because we're going to their best of 3. I don't know if everyone else is doing that.
Yeah. Hang on. Let's have a look. Latest results. Oh,
so
God.
It's 1-1 for Hugs and Claw. Bin's Brigade is 1 up against Gaishu. It's 1-1 for us. And it's 1-0 for Fans versus Debts. So nobody has won yet, although it might be coming soon since there's 2 1-0s at the moment. So well, it had to be Riposte. Here we are in the symmetrical and only one.
Well, there are 2 symmetrical maps. You got Riposte and you got Ocean.
I would have to say that I think your team played slightly better in the first round that we won and then misplayed at the end at the most crucial point, so close, and that's how we stole it. And then the second one, I think we were doing very well, and then that one, I guess it's a mistake, but a misplay or a setback, and then from then you guys did so well to not then throw it. So I get the feeling your team is playing slightly better here, so I'm going to call me the underdogs.
I mean, I'm also going to call me the underdogs, though. We are from the United Kingdom. We always love a good underlog story. Yes, I like the underlog story. What's under this log? Oh, it's wood lice. Oh, lovely. Let's put that back down. Imagine being able to, form a full sentence without tripping over your own tongue. I would love to have that talent one day. Just me? Okay.
Yeah, just to mention, in case anyone's wondering what's going on with the overlay, spectators always see Alpha as green and they always see Bravo as red. Yeah. It's not that they put us in the wrong team there.
Yeah, it's just a normal thing. However, what we can do is we can switch over the overlays by pressing the other scene, and then you can just look at the name of the team. They've got lovely images and everything. You got Who is that looking very sick of their life in your logo? I can't quite see it on my preview there.
Yeah, it's a painting from Russia or something like over 100 years ago, but it's like the guy's having forehead issues because I think in the painting he's having problems with creativity. In my instance, people said it looked almost spitting image like me, and it was perfect for the frowny face of you're doing water carriers.
Oh dear. So, are you going to make streaming World of Warships a regular thing again? I know you've took a massive absence, but I'm very curious.
No, so they moved to Action Carrier when I was moving houses, and then I moved house, and they didn't have internet where I was for like 6 7 months, and then I finally got it, and then by that time the game had moved on. I tried Action a few times, I tried streaming a little bit, but I wasn't fun and engaged anymore. It just wasn't for me. Everything else was kind of okay, but I didn't feel the motivation to stream a bunch of hours in the evening, on a game mode that wasn't that fun. Plus, there were other games to play without shouting anything out, and still do. Work was busy and whatnot, and then got a dog, got the missus, and all that in the house. So I was like the settled man. I was like, you know what, I could try and stream, and it is quarantine lockdown and all that type of stuff and whatnot, but it just didn't work out for me. So.
Yeah,
and when you want to stream, you need to be entertaining, and you have to find like an entertaining game, and that's fine. And for me, that was always playing Carrier because I guess maybe I was entertaining, or maybe I was cancer. Who knows? And I was good at what I did, and I think people like to watch it as well because you could try and explain how it worked. And I mean, without going too much down a rabbit hole, I feel that wargaming probably shouldn't have made carriers action related. I know what they're trying to do to tie it in with the remaining other classes, but I feel like if you said, write a game document and balance RTS, because I'll be the first to admit RTS carriers were not balanced per se. There were issues, but there are ways to fix it. To make it fine, and some of those elements are actually in the action carrier gameplay mechanic. You could have used some of those elements like health pools and consumables and elements and other type of stuff to make it interesting, and it could have been a spectacular game and it would have been fine. But now I don't like the current iteration of action carrier, and I can understand why they don't admit them into competitions like this, because the biggest issue for me is the counterplay to carrier gameplay as action. Lots of people love it, and I'm totally fine with that, and then the way they've gone about it and played it, that's totally fine. What bugs me is that you as a player have no means of countering the incoming enemy planes other than just dodge and like minor tweaks to boosting AA on one side or the other. I mean, that's kind of lame.
Yeah. It's like, I've pressed spacebar to sector my AA. That okay.
Old school defensive fire. When you used it, it was a thing.
The panic effect, yeah.
Yeah, the panic effect, so you couldn't do any damage. Plus, if you had a minor spec into the captain for it, I mean, or whatnot, you can create very large AA bubbles that prevent sort of gameplay. And for a carrier, it really bugs me in CV gameplay because it basically goes back to what was the old Strike Lexington or the Strike Ranger, where you were 012 or 013, which is no fighters, because it was all about me, I'm going to attack. Whereas a balanced carrier has some fighter planes, and I as a player realized that it's not about me attacking, it's about me helping my team. So I will protect my destroyer, I'll protect my thing, or I'll deny scouting, or I'll be that sort of assistance gameplay. And that's what I feel is lacking with modern carrier. It doesn't, you have the deployable consumable, but that's a poor man's way of going about it.
It's also a very clunky mechanic. Like the spotting circle doesn't actually match up to the patrol radius, like on the mini map.
And then the bigger the radius, the more the AA, and you can't manipulate the flight path so it doesn't go into the AA and it rotates around, and then it does spawn and it doesn't, and then it's not good. I mean, it needs some attention, but the question is, again, we're going way off topic here. The question is, how much dev time and money investment and return on investment do you want to do? And is it a band-aid fix? And now you're working on submarines. By the way, since they've done the ESA and the Tone and they're doing submarines, I really want to see the I-400 series so I can have a submarine that has plane attack as well.
No, you're not allowed. Yes. No, stop it.
So good.
You're not allowed to have that unless I'm allowed to have a Gross Kurfürst with 4 Gustav guns on it. Or I'll settle for 2 Gustav guns. Just one on each end. Give it a 2-minute reload.
Isn't that the tier 11? Thing they were doing?
No, that was the Hanover. What I mean by Gustav guns, I mean like the 800mm railway guns. Just plonk one of them on each end of it. We're getting into ridiculous territories now. It's just like, yeah, we'll just put this entire thing. But the Hanover and the Satsuma were basically Wargaming's idea of what basically a tier 11 would be, and like the advancement of the H class and so naval doctrine.
I'm going to ask you a question here and come back a little bit to our game. now we're on Riposte. It's a
Mm-hmm.
mirror match, so
Mm-hmm.
it's perfectly symmetrical, unlike any of the other maps that we've got. In your, you have a pool of players. You're a team leader, right? And you've got a pool of players. Now, I don't mean to be unkind, but some players are better and some are not.
That's
Hence
the
the pool
format.
system.
Yeah.
So the pool 1, 2, 3, 4. So with that in mind, do you put your weakest player, still good, but your weakest player in the battleship because it's the most forgiving for mistakes, and then you put your best players in the destroyers, which I possibly what my team said, although I can't comment on that.
I would say no. What I prefer is to have my quote-unquote weakest players in something tanky like a Moskva, and not the battleship, because the battleship needs to be able to make those cross-map shots and punish, and if a Pool 4 player might simply not have the mechanical aptitude to do that compared to the Pool 1 player who can make god-tier shots across the map, you know what I mean?
So you would consider at least one destroyer and your battleship need to be really on point and know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because I can see Poppy is really good at what he does. He really milks the maximum he can out of that destroyer.
Yeah.
He should have died so many times, but didn't. And his MVP play won the first round as well. So, but you want someone who can position, I guess, their battleship, because battleships are big, slow, and clunky. So you want to get in the right spot and then be in that right spot and then make that one salvo sniper shot that makes all the difference. Because that's all the chance you get.
Like that shot on the Des Moines.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between winning the game and losing the game. Having your turrets in the correct position in advance, like knowing when it's going to happen. Just basic game sense.
Right?
Yeah, this is
What
Riposte.
what are you picking Riposte? Like, what's the battleship pick here? Do you go Kremlin or do you go Ohio or you go something else?
You can go with any of them. It depends on what you want to do, because you can muscle your way into any of those caps. Because basically, the caps on this, you can't stick a clever in there because it will be detected from outside of the cap, no matter where you are on the cap. So, rushing the caps, rushing the caps is a bit of a
we
a bit
did
of a
have
mess.
that on our fifth round on the last the yesterday. And we in our fifth round we were playing. Our both teams split almost evenly.
Yeah.
Now I wonder if that's going to be the way. Oh, we're ready now. I wonder if that's the play that both teams will split up, or if they'll focus heavily on one side. But what I'm trying to mention is that the 3 capture points were not captured for a long time. It wasn't like a quick thing. It was like no caps for some distance.
Yeah, you can put a Moskva up against one like A cap and you can still raid or C cap. It's ridiculous. Like, these caps are so close together and packed tightly together that getting into them is a nightmare. So you just want to try and like gain map control and try and form the crossfires by pushing around, reaching around the outsides with a fast DD, and then stopping them doing the same with a counter of, say, perhaps a Shimakaze and a Venezia as your holding flank. It's basically going to expect to see outward play rather than inward play.
We're just waiting on German shoulder. He seems not ready on my screen, at least.
Yeah, he's also not shown on my stream, but we're supposed to be starting at 45, so...
Debts versus Fans is now tied, 1 each.
Ooh.
And the Gaishu versus Bins still hasn't been decided yet.
So do we know any of the results yet, then?
No, we don't. Three of the 4 matches at the moment are all going into Riposte best of 3.
Wow. This sounds like an exciting time across all the channels. Oh, and it looks. Are we off? Are we off? Well, I guess we're off.
Looks like we're going.
All right, let me get the map scene on. Match. Which side am I on? Left or right?
You should be inverted, I think, because you're on Bravo.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so here we go. Kremlin versus Ohio. So there's a difference. Our team's gone double Des Moines, Goliath, Nevsky with the Gearing Shima, and you've gone
Kremlin, Venezia, double Nevsky, Kleber Marceau, and Yu Yang. So I assume the Yu Yang is going to be paired up with the Nevskys for a little bit of smoke blob, and the Marceau and the Kleber probably got
3 destroyer though.
Yeah. But if you think about it, the Yu Yang is just a smoke bot, and the Kleber and the Marceau, they have enough gunpowder to basically count as a cruiser between them.
See, interesting. Okay, and well, we'll see what our gearing does. And Marshmallow and his Shima again, and what the opening split is, whether they go like an even distribution or they go heavy. I'm guessing it's Des Moines Nevsky and 1DD on one side and Des Moines Goliath Gearing on the other side. They'll do like double cruiser DD in 2 groups of 3, and then the Ohio like maybe stays kind of back so that he can get shots on C or A.
Yeah, central positioning for the battleships is pretty much expected. It's just going to be a case of how do we dislodge those demons with our Kremlin? And I think the way he dislodged the demons with the Kremlin is you just run it up into its face. Because what's going to potentially hold you back? Goliath's not going to hold you back. Nevsky's not going to hold you back. The Gearing and the Shimmer might, but
Your team is splitting as well. So Marso and Nevsky going south, so they're already outnumbered there, and 4 ships going north. For Bravo.
So I'm imagining this Yu Yang is once again going to be a legendary module Yu Yang with a 6.2 concealment and just like the quicker smoke screen cooldowns. Well, I'm assuming it. I can't guarantee for sure, but that's my expectation of the matter. Which means he will probably get outspotted by.
Oh, they're racing for the caps though, really going for it. The cash and also silver, they really want to get that early pressure on. And I guess it's working because our Nevsky Des Moines is going way safe. So you're going to get A. The question is, our Des Moines... Oh, Poppy swapped to a cruiser.
Yeah, Poppy is in the Des Moines right now.
So Shima Marshmallow is moving down. No one, I think, has got range on this because Des Moines is 10 kilometers. He might be able to pop this radar, or maybe you just don't panic too much on the cap because, yeah, your guy can maybe escape. Oh, and Poppy's taking a hit. Yeah, so there's his radar.
There's the radar.
And
doesn't catch him just yet. Oh, does he?
Oh, reverse from Cash. Now, is the Shima and the Goliath going to open up fire? Verdi is doing his initial shots as well. You've got the C cap, and the question is, he's doing the wiggles. And he gets out unscathed.
He is still spotted by the radar, though, and the Shimmer is probably going to be closing into spotting distance as well.
But the Goliath opened up fire, and I think he's going to take a big Kremlin shot.
Ah, yes, Kremlin and its poor long-range dispersion. It's fine. He'll heal some of that back up.
Yeah, but those are Citadel hits, and it's don't get me wrong, because we're not biased here. We have to be biased because we're the casters. I'm like, your team raced, aggressive, dangerous, got the double cap. That has now absolutely forced RTS to play aggressive. It's not the dueling, look at each other. No, we have to play for it. So Des Moines, Nevsky, Gearing versus Nevsky, Kleber, Yu Yang, and I guess it comes down to spotting and aiming at the moment. Whereas on the other side, it's a 4-on-4, and your German ship was looking for an angle. Our Power Verdi has moved on to this side, so he's going to shoot on the Nevsky. It looks like the Nevsky's not moving too much. Oh, okay, he's not moving enough. And Verdi's taking a whole bunch of chunk damage at the moment because he can be spotted quite easily by the Marceau.
Indeed. This is what happens when you get a Yu Yang and a smoke screen. Well, I'm surprised that you guys are using the Gearing over the Yu Yang. Just, the Yu Yang has better smoke uptime. The Gearing has longer smokes, though. So
what bugs me, but what has me concerned is that Poppy, I guess our MVP from the last 2 games, isn't in a position. Oh, and now the Kremlin's going to get broadside shots on Verdi, who's now moving up. And I think this is not an experience thing. Okay, so Poppy's now got broadside shots on the Kremlin, but it's going to be peanut damage compared to what's happening to Verdi. And I think just the play here is OM's taking too much health, Verdi's taking too much health reduction. What's going to happen on the 3-4 line? It looks like Plank has got himself not stuck, but he's going to have to fight a smoke. He's outside of radar range, and the Nevsky from Skytech is, let's have a look, behind a smoke screen, probably too far. Yeah, it's a 14k distance, so I think Plank he's popped the radar, sorry, the hydro.
You are capping A now. Well, C, sorry, you are capping C now. You got the Shimakaze in there.
Yeah, Shima's in there. Needs to be careful of those torps. Don't think they'll hit. Marceau's kind of having a look. The Ohio's kind of got himself in a reasonably placed area. The Marceau is prowling, doing kind of torps. The C will kind of tie it up, but you've still got quite a point advantage. And also Kremlin's doing another shot on Verdi. Verdi is far, far, far too far up front. This aggressive front play is unfortunately what happened yesterday as well, I believe, and he's got severely punished for it. Now, he may try and make the turn, and I think this is the right play, and just run and then try and survive.
Shots out at the Nevsky.
He'll take some HE splash. I don't think the Nevsky will hit him because he's too angled. Shimakaze's going to try and escape soon, I'd imagine. The Marceau being a nuisance, the Goliath doesn't have a detection, and Poppy is now
capping B.
Position. Yeah, okay, so maybe he's capping B, and all right, okay, I get what he's doing, and it's important, but because he is not with the C group, he's not spotting the Marceau. So the Marceau's keeping Ohio and the Goliath spotted and prowling on the flanks, and I guess the Shima can kind of do the same, but I think Verdi is just going to die here. Unless he can get like a heal, the BB's going to go down, and that's going to remove the threat Oh, there we go. So Goliath has a Hydra or something. So the Marso spotted. The Ohio takes shots at him with AP. Oh, okay. 3K. Is the Goliath going to finish him off? The Shimakaze should chase him down. Even if Verdi's going to go down here? No, he escapes a broadside from the Kremlin. But he is burning on 7K.
Ah, the Shimmer's now spotted as well. Oh, no, he's not. I saw the shells going towards the Goliath, and I thought, oh, it's on the Shimmer. Oh, is the Shimmer opening up?
Yeah, he is. It's worth it, I think. Yes,
Yeah, it was worth it.
Oh, okay, wow. Okay, and then Verdi is now healing. So they got the C cap. We're getting the B cap. We're stalling the A cap, and we're now a ship in the lead. I can't. Oh, there's the Torp hits Plank though, and he's now potentially flooding and firing, and he's trying to reverse deep water Torp from your Yu-Yang. So Gearing gets Alpha. Is he going to be able to get Plank to escape?
You now have all 3 caps.
What's Poppy going to do? So you don't have a DD on the C, so it's going to be very difficult. So we see RTS pulling back from Charlie, realizing they don't need to stay there. Ohio coming back, OM coming back.
Oh, there goes Plank.
Yeah, the burning of the OM. Okay.
So he caught another Yu-Yang Torp.
Yeah, tricky there.
Okay, so we can force the Kleber or the Yu-Yang into A.
3 capture points for RTS though. Now, Nevsky, is he the correct angle to escape? Yeah, he's not reversing. He's just going to run away. Your Yu-Yang or the Clever has to go towards A. The Gearing is there. It makes me nervous because he's actually surrounded by 4 ships. The Des Moines from Poppy has now rotated back to look at Charlie. So I'm a bit nervous. I kind of want to sacrifice one of the caps, you know?
Yeah.
So it looks like C is probably the best one to keep. So keep C and B and we'll still win in 3.5 odd minutes. Substitute in his Gearing is making me really damn nervous because, or he's turning around, he's kind of backing off a little bit. That's okay.
He is spotting the Kleber right now.
Yeah, and the Nevsky is kind of doing some work. Oh, the Nevsky can see the Kleber. Well, come on, SkyTech, get those hits in. Oh, there we go. Come on, get another one. Get him. Oh, that's a nice little shot there. And then Des Moines shots coming in as well. The Kleber's going in for the A cap. If he dies here, mate, it's real bad. Oh, now Gearing, our substitute's picking up as well. He's revealed himself. Your Kremlin's firing back on our Gearing, but our Gearing is full health.
I think our Kleber is dead. He appears to be beaching. He's opening up. Right now. Yeah, that's a very dead Kleber. Can we get anything on the Gearing, though?
Dive, dodge, dip, duck. 2K. 1.8. Yu-Yang's trying to cover up the smoke. Gearing needs to move a little bit because of the damage he's taking return fire. Can the cruisers get the Kleber, though? Is he going to escape? Oh, it's 800 health. It's so close. Now the Yu-Yang is going to come in.
He's still alive? How is he still alive?
He's still alive, I know.
No. Ooh, fuck.
Okay, right. So the A cap's still being stalled by the Yu-Yang, but you've lost another.
However, we are running a Kremlin in the middle of the B cap, and he might catch the back end of Pop. No, he's not.
Shima's got the Torps there. The Goliath is having to fight the Nevsky by himself here.
Venetia of Watch is walking his way into C cap as well, though. Like, we have suddenly decided we're going to enter all of the caps.
So
the Kremlin's turning broadside. The Shimmer Port full. Oh, no. I don't want to watch. I'm not watching. I'm not watching.
He's going to turn back left. He has to turn back. Yeah, it's going to take like 1 Torp.
Okay.
2 Torps.
Okay. That could have been a lot worse.
Still, it's painful. But the question, can our Ohio now make a difference? Is Poppy now caught? Because he's reversing and he's taking shots.
Poppy is caught.
Your team is playing super aggressive, but surely he sees the deep water torps because of Flying Marshmallow. Flying Marshmallow needs to be careful. Nevsky from SkyTech's moving back. Substitute's putting a little smoke screen down. Our Ohio is like back up to 77k. I don't want it to be too far so we can't have shots on target. Your Venezia is... all the caps are stalled, and now you're taking over the cap control, so you're doing a power play.
Max in the Nevsky, though, is definitely caught out.
Yeah, so Poppy's firing on him, the OM's firing on him, but it's trading health at the moment. It's not guaranteed kill. If Max wants
he's stuck bow in. He can't get out.
Yeah, but he's got Charlie. Yeah, but he can stop firing, though.
But I think he's within the Goliath's base concealment range, and he's on fire, and the Des Moines also there.
Okay. Well, the question is, how much damage is Poppy taking? Because he's taking all of Nevsky fire. And while this is going on, I'm a little bit disappointed because Substitute and SkyTech... Okay, so SkyTech's now opening fire on the Kremlin, but Kremlin's just going to tank that for days.
Rout is even opening on Poppy right now on the Yu-Yang. He's like, I want them dead. Right, there we go. That's the Goliath down.
What? The Kremlin gets some... Oh, this is the big plays from your battleship player.
Yeah, this is what we're saying.
We're resetting the B cap, so we're not letting you get it, but the game is now decidedly flipped in your favor. Now, if you were Max Bricks, I would stop firing, but he's not. He's returning fire, so we can still see him. Poppy's in a very, very difficult situation right. Shimakaze trying to torp the Kremlin, but the Yu-Yang is going to do proxy spotting. Now, while this is going on, the Skytech is just shooting only at the Kremlin, and that's... Oh, wow. When did Skytech go down to 3k?
I didn't see that either. No, I've just seen him now, just, like, absolutely
I was going to
busted
say
up.
he has a health pool. He should be firing on, like, in a position to fire on the target of opportunity. That's wounded.
Schnittlau, however, is like now getting farmed. Both of my Nevskis are very low and
No, but
probably
Poppy's going
shouldn't.
to die beforehand, and this is the problem he's caught. And yes, the substitute can hit him, but no, this is flipped on its head so quickly. And your BB is dodging the torps. He takes another one, but your Ohio is in position.
Kremlin.
Ours isn't, right? And that's your Kremlin, sorry. And that's kind of what I'm getting at. Our guy pushed way too aggressive, lost too much health, and then he had to run away. We got the capture points, so we were winning it. But then, when it came to the, right, debts, you guys think, okay, we need to push, we need to counterplay here. Our guy's nowhere. He's too far away to be effective. He's not close
Flying
enough
marshmallow
to fire on
caught.
max breaks. Yeah, so Painezor can't fire max breaks because he's too far away. And our other cruiser, Nevsky Skytech, he's firing on your Kremlin. Well, your Kremlin's got so much health. That's fine. I can tank for 2-3 minutes. But your guys are focusing on the wounded ships, picking on the wounded ships. If we had more firepower on your wounded cruisers, that would have made the difference. And okay, now Verdi's turned up and now he's fired on Nevsky. No damage though. And I guess that's the difference here. Poppy, good player, did really well, but I think your MVP was just your Kremlin player.
Yeah.
He was just on point with his shots, and his positioning, his health pool, and his engagement was there, and it mattered when it counted. And now you've gone from winning to losing to come back to winning.
This has been an intense game, an intense series.
Yeah, well, I hope you can go get your Belfast now.
Oh, are you coming to join us? And you can come talk shit at Bloodminister for me. You can back me up. You can keep tell Bloodminister about how much I need to have a Belfast. I think that'd be a great idea. I think we should just get everybody together and demand a Belfast from me. I think it's only fair if he's going to believe in a team like that.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Farazelleth. Please, everybody, go drop Farazelleth a follow as well over at twitch.tv/Farazelleth with a double L.
That's great, but I can't promise I'll stream anytime in the next 6 months.
Look,
it's very kind
just
of you.
Follow him anyway, and then we can pressure him into streaming. That's how you all got me streaming. I got told if I get 50 followers, I have to do a stream, and then it's like a year later, and here I am. Shout out, Farazelleth. So he's gonna do a stream. He's promised us he's gonna do a stream.
Well, how much longer I'll stream today though is because it's you can jump into the games and watch them, I suppose. But anyway, the point is, you guys played well. It was back and forth. I do question the positioning, and I don't want to. I mean, okay, so I'm basing everything on the top perfect gameplay. So when I call someone bad, I'm not calling them bad per se. I'm just saying it could have been done better to the highest perfection levels. And I feel that in that instance, your if we watch the replay again, I think your battleship, your Kremlin, punished Skytech's health pool. He killed OM and his Goliath, and he was a threat to Plank and to Poppy, kind of in the center there. And that, because it was good presence, but he wasn't in such a position where he can be farmed until they're at the very end. Whereas our Ohio from Painezor, he was really aggressive at the beginning, but he got himself in a position where he was being crossfired and couldn't make an impact. And then Poppy, for whatever tactical reason, moved perhaps over to that side to assist or to go for the B. And you know what? I think I know what it is, by the way. Painezor, I think it was your opening play that made this happen.
Oh, the double cap. Yeah,
because the rushed double cap. My team played more passive and defensive, not knowing what's going on, and your team gambled and pushed hard. Now that could be because we had American cruisers that had American radar range with one Nevsky, whereas you had more double Nevskys and radars in that sense. So they're like, they probably don't have radar range on us. So if we race into the lower point of the cap, grab the cap, and then run out, yes, I might lose health. Yes, I might die. But if I get the cap, then it's a huge advantage for us because you then need to play into our caps after our cruisers have gotten into position.
Yeah.
And it worked really, really well because, case in point, we then had to play counter-aggressive and lost a ton of health in our battleship. And then we lost a whole bunch of health with Plank in his Des Moines. He got unlucky with the double torps, admittedly, but we moved up when we got the caps. But it was that counterplay, and it was good from RTS. That counterplay worked, despite Power Verde getting eaten alive there. But your counterplay to our 3 caps was immaculate. It was very, very good. Especially, I think, it's your BB play. So your opening play and your BB play, I think, is what won you that game.
I think I didn't expect my team to be able to counter push like we did. I think it gets to the point where we're talking about counter pushing. It's like counter strafing and exit strafing. It's like, no. What we mean is, like, we had 2 of the caps, then all of a sudden we no longer had the 3 caps, so we had to then redivert everything to get into all the caps right now, and people have to know what they're doing when that happens. They have to be like, you go here, we're gonna push in, we need you here so we can do this. And
it's a lot to do when you're playing these competitive events, like your positioning of your ship, spatial awareness of all the enemy ships, knowing how you can help your team, conserving your health pool until it matters, being in the right position at the right time for when the enemy push to counter or provide supporting fire or supporting radar. There's just a lot going on here, and when you're actually playing, it's like you might make one small little mistake. Maybe you're pointing your nose to the left instead of the right. Now, because you're pointing it to the left, you can't turn back to the right anymore because you'd expose broadside. So you're down this roller coaster of a ride now where you can't escape and get out, and so anyway. But that being said, why don't we have a quick peek while you're still here, who you're going to play and what the results are. So it turns out that Claw has beaten Hugs.
Ooh.
And they're going to go play Got Fat. And Gaishu's team, unfortunately, has just been bad story all weekend. But Bins have won their 2-0, and they're going to go play Space. You are now going to play for the Belfast.
Yep, I'm definitely going to play for Belfast.
PMB, yep. And it looks like Fans and Debts are still dueling it out to play against Flambas in the last of the round 2 games.
Ooh.
So if you do somehow defeat and get your, your Belfast, and to be honest, that's all you're after, do take solace that our very first game was against Flambas, and we won that game. So you can totally beat them, in the round 3 if you make it that far in the semis and make it to the final. So all you need to do is beat PMB, and then you totally got the semis started.
Well, this is the thing, is like, because these player pools are all evenly matched, anyone can beat anyone. It's not like you have a specific strat prepared for, like, dealing with that team or whatever.
But I would agree with you that the BB player needs to, and this is not to say that it can't be anyone, and I'm not dismissing my team player. I want to say they did really, really well, but I'm just like, if you had a choice, I would say you'd want your best sniping battleship player to punish any cruisers, because there's so many cruisers on the team. The single BB needs to be there to really hit home, because that's where the big health pool swaps happen.
Yep. That and clever YOLOs, but we haven't seen any of them today, which is really interesting.
Well, I'll leave you guys be. Good luck with the future of your competition, and we'll see how you get on.
Al, thank you very much for joining us today, Farazelleth. It's been very nice finally getting the chance to meet you after hearing so many stories about you over the years, and I had a lot of fun today. I hope to see you casting again soon and streaming again soon.
Cool. Thanks so much. Bye.
Sure.